Distance. We'll shortly be going live on Dynamic Racing League UK as well, where I've just renewed my Prime subscription. If you are a Prime user, don't forget you can subscribe for free to one streamer a month. So do consider that being myself. Be going live on Dynamic Racing. Do consider that being myself or DRL UK if you can. Paid subs are also available. 17 on the grid this evening. So let's do our usual and have a look who's missing. We have an Aston Martin missing. A Williams missing. And an Alpha Tauri missing. There you go. They are back here in Miami. Excellent race won by Syme on Monday, where he was absolutely flawless, and it looks like it's going to be him to lead out onto the track this evening. So he may now get overtaken by Ben Lane. Let's see. He wants to set that first hot lap. Hello to Legs in the chat. He wants clean driving from everyone. And whether we see the safety car or not. Hello to Bazza in the chat on DRL UK as well. Do drop your comments, predictions in the chat. Ben has indeed gone in front of Syme, so we'll go with Ben for the first hot lap. As they circle around the Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Dolphins. And this long straight comes Ben. Hello to Stacey in the chat. Good evening. Thank you for continuing to tune in as Ben Lane starts on his hot lap. Yeah, Monday night, Syme absolutely flawless in winning from Swanton. With some great battles in the midfield. We'll hope for more of the same this evening. Why do I sound like a game commentator? Maybe it's because I'm very good at my job. I don't know. We shall see. Probably too much watching Murray Walker as a kid. That would be my main influence, I would say. But hopefully the commentary brings you some more entertainment as you watch the stream of these excellent drivers. Ben Lane does a 1:28.3. Let's have a look at Syme. He is pitting, so he's obviously not nailed this first lap. Here is Kevin, he's a bit far back, so we might leave him. Here's Jens. He's coming into the end of the lap. And it's 1:27.6 for Jens. Provisional pole position in the early running. Here's Keith. Senna does a 1:28.9. And Keith a 1:28.8. So that's P3 for Keith. UJ just starting his lap. Easy Life for 1:29.5. Simon, Swanton and Bunny in any order for Stacey. I think Simon Swanton might have their work cut out today as Kevin and Smug go onto the board, because I like the look of this man UJ this week. I'm going to pick UJ and Jaden. No bias here, of course. But just for the sake of predictions, UJ.
Andrew just got 40% off an IPL hair removal device at Amazon. Now he's sharing his silky smooth dad bod with his friends at the Cold Water Plunge. Share the joy this Amazon Black Friday week with up to 40% off.
That dentist clean feeling fades the next day because my toothbrush leaves 50% of plaque behind. So I switched to the Oral-B iO electric toothbrush.
Its dentist-inspired round brush head cleans for 100% more plaque removal.
Now I get that dentist clean feeling every single day.
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
These are our dreams.
Do you hear that?
If you come with me, you'll know everything.
Growing up with phones isn't easy. EE Learn has new tools to help for every kid on any network. This is new EE.
Come on! Good work everywhere. Strong, well done on the power. On you. Keep it going.
But through the very frustrating slow section onto the long straight, then goes Swanton, and he's tearing time off that 1:33. It's almost a second out lap that Swanton does. Catches me out on the stream and I miss his hot lap. Not this time. Here he comes up towards the line, and it's a 1:27.9 for Swanton, and that's P2 for now. Syme is back on track. And he's going to set a time this time. Goes P5, 1:28.2. Simon Swanton, of course, battling out the Monday title. Over here, they're teammates in the Alpines. TMK and UJ on outlaps. We'll go with UJ as he's just finishing his outlap. Let's see what he can do this time. Lovely fast line through there. Just enough outside curve. Beautiful stuff from UJ. Just able to cut enough of the curb to not invalidate. This looks a very good lap for UJ. Jaden has gone fastest. A 1:27.3 puts Jaden onto provisional pole. Let's see where UJ is going to go then. .127.4 puts UJ in P2. And the blobby prediction of Jaden and UJ currently 1 and 2. We're yet to see Bunny's Vengeance. In fact, both Mercedes. The only ones to not have set a lap time other than Jacob, who crashed. Here's Ben just going back into the pits. He's up to P4, the 1:27.9. Kevin rolled down. Joker's on the board, a 1:28.4. P10 for him. Not improving this time. Senna not improving either. So other than that, just people on out laps. Or in laps. Ronnie's improving. In fact, he just improved. He's up to P7. 1:28.2. And this time is a bit down. And no one's really watched at the moment as Kevin comes back into the pits. Just reached a dead spot in qualifying. Not a lot of people on track at the moment. Senna's half a second down on his time. Final runs shortly, I would imagine, even though we still have 5 minutes left in the session. Maybe time for 2 runs. Senna doesn't improve and has used most of his battery, so that won't be any good for him. Kevin's well down. Ronnie is returning to the pit lane. It's easy life. Slightly improving, but it's going to need a lot more than that. As he is about half a second or so down on the rest at the moment. Here he goes, he has made up 4 attempts there. Up towards the line comes Easy Life. 1:29.0, improves his time but not his position. TMK's on his way back out. We've still not seen Bunny's Vengeance. Ben is back out on track. And so is Sime. Bunny's Vengeance now making his way out on an outlap. Just 3 minutes remain. So he's going to have to get this one right. Ben is slightly over on his time. Swanton is doing his usual, having a little warm up. TMK's out! Out is TMK! We'll see where he's crashed. In fact, his car's gone just as we were going to have a look. But the second retirement of the session without setting a time, TMK is gone. Bunny's still on his outlap, so Sime hits the line and goes 1:27.7 for P4. Ben Lane has retired. He often does that when he's had enough of the session. So I assume he's just gone back in the pits and done that rather than actually crashing like the other two. Let's go and see Smug before we see Bunny's Vengeance. Smug then 6/10 up. This could put him in the top 6. Up towards the line comes Smug. And it does put him in P5. 1:27.9 for Smug as we hit the 1 minute mark. Let's go to Bunny's Vengeance. And then we'll try to bring you everyone crossing the line on their final attempts as we count down to the checkered flag. Bunnies needs this to be a good one. Using everything that Mercedes has got now for hard braking into the final corner. Hits the apex. Sime is out. Bunny's Vengeance goes P3, 1:27.6. The checkered flag is now out. And next over it will be a Ferrari. And it's not Jens. It's Smug, who's 13 seconds down. So let's go and see UJ. He's in the hunt. See what his Sector 2 time is like. It's very close to his time, which is currently P2, and he hasn't got a lot to find to just nick it from Jaden here. The Red Bull next, which is going to be Senna. Bit of a wobble on the exit. Is that going to cost him? Yes, it is. He doesn't improve. Senna, 13. Who is next? It's a Haas. It's Ronnie. Here is Ronnie. Doesn't improve. Got a McLaren coming over. That's going to be Joker. And he improves to P10. Kevin then takes P10 from him. Jens, the last one of the main contenders, is going into the pits. As is Bunny's Vengeance. And we're waiting on Swanton, who's miles down. So that concludes qualifying then. And it's P1 for Jaden in the Williams, with UJ in second for Alfa Romeo. Then it's Bunny's Vengeance in third from Jens fourth, Syme fifth and Smug in sixth. Ben Lane in seventh from Swanton in eighth. Leon and Kevin round off the top 10. It's going to be a last to first challenge for Jacob. So if you're not familiar with these streams, then we will have a short break once I've run through these. So it's Jaden on pole for Williams, with UJ in second for Alfa Romeo. Bunny's Vengeance and Jens make up the second row. Bunny's Vengeance in Mercedes, Jens in the Ferrari. Then it's Alpine, Syme and Ferrari Smug on row 3. Then Ben Lane's Alfa Romeo, Swanton's Alpine, Leon's Red Bull and Kevin's Alpha Tauri. Then it's Joker in the McLaren, followed by Ronnie in the Haas, Keith in the Aston Martin, Senna in the Red Bull, Easy Life's McLaren, TMK's Mercedes, and Jacob in the Haas at the back. If you're unfamiliar with the streams and the races and how they work, there will be now a considerable pause where drivers get their strategies and fuel loads, etc. They are told not to go straight into the race. So that gives me an opportunity to take you through the championship standings. Evening to Miller Vanilla in the chat. He's absolutely tearing it up in the Pro-Ams on a Monday. So congratulations to him on that performance at the moment. So you'll see the pit lane for a little while. You will see some statistics pop up if you're watching on DRL UK. If you're watching on my channel Blobby Butler, you'll just have to listen and I will tell you about them, because I have them here. So the Drivers' Championship, Bunny's Vengeance leads the way with 100 points. UJ is 5 behind and Jacob is just 1 further behind. Then a big gap to Syme, Jaden, and then it's tight between Joker, Ben, Swanton, Jens and Smug, with Leon just behind. The pro standings similar. See Bunny's Vengeance 11 points clear of Jacob, with UJ a further 6 back. The Pro-Am sees Swanton and Smug fighting out the title. 108 points for Swanton, 105 for Smug. Joker on 98, Ben Lane back on 80. And this makes the Constructors' Championship Alpine the leaders. Simon Swanton bringing it home, 193 points. Ferrari are in second with 185. It is very tight. Mercedes 166, McLaren 165, Haas 159. All the way down to Red Bull, who have a paltry 11 points. 11 points after 7 rounds for Red Bull. So that brings you back up to bang up to date with all of the standings. On the formation lap, I will take you through all the tyre choices. Strategy playing a huge part here, with the possibility of going hard soft or even medium soft, as Smug did the other day. But the undercut also powerful, so anything can happen. As usual here, just while we have the pause also, don't forget to join us next Monday, where DRS is once again going to be at 8 PM. And then Blobby Monday goes to Japan, the land of the rising sun, and Suzuka Blobby Monday on Monday, of course, at 10 p.m, where the grid is almost full. So that's delightful. And then do tune in to DRL UK on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Unfortunately, not with me on that occasion, as I'll be in Glasgow on Europa League duty. But I'm sure King Kong or Sainsy or one of the other chaps will do a great job filling in for me. That's Thursday next week at 8 p.m. So here we go on the formation lap. And straight away you see it. Look at the variety here. Jaden and UJ on the front row are going on hards. Bunny's Vengeance, softs. Jens is on the hards, disagreeing with his teammate, who's on the softs. Sim in between them, mediums. His teammate Swanton is also on mediums, as is Ben next to him. Of course, these two famously coming together in Saudi Arabia and ending Swanton's amazing run, and a spin there. A spinning Ferrari. Jens has spun on the formation lap. So he's managed to keep it going, and he will be able to take his grid slot. But an interesting early occurrence there. Jens spins on the formation lap. Swanton and Ben sharing a row, as we mentioned. Swanton's unbelievable run of, I think, 70 races or 69 races without a DNF came to an end as he and Ben crashed out in Saudi Arabia. They're both on mediums. The row behind, Leon and Kevin, are on hards. Joker is on the mediums in the McLaren. Ronnie's on hards. Keith, Senna and Easy Life all on mediums, and the back two who crashed in qualifying are on the hard tyre, TMK and Jacob. Jacob really got a lot of work to do from the back to stay in title contention, because Bunny's Vengeance and UJ are right up there and looking for podium finishes. Jacob very slowly coming round to the grid as the others park up. A couple of DQs for parking there. In fact, we've got 3. Jacob slowly edges in, making everybody wait a little longer. Here we have it. 5 lights, out and away we go, and a great start from Bunny's Vengeance. He seemed to get the jump very quickly, and is going to try and go up the inside of Jaden, and does. And now can he go round into the lead? Goes Bunny's Vengeance. A brilliant start from him. Bunny's Vengeance into the lead. Jens got a great start as well and is up to 3rd ahead of Jaden, who was a little slow off the line. Then it's Sim, Smug, Swanton. Jaden, a poor start, and Bunny's Vengeance takes the lead. UJ 2nd, Jens 3rd, Jaden is 4th. Please ignore the timing at the moment, it's got a bit dodgy. Game does that, unfortunately. Then it's Sim, Smug, Swanton. In behind is Joker trying to make a dive on Ben. Then it's Leon rounding off the top 10 ahead of Ronnie. Then Keith, Kevin, Senna, Jacob's up 2 places already. Keep an eye on him today. He's up to 15th. But it is Bunny's Vengeance who leads early. He's already trying to get a bit of a gap to UJ. Wants to get out of the second range before the DRS. is enabled after the first 3 laps. Ignore these timings that are coming up for you here. Into the pits comes Jacob and Kevin. So there must have been some contact at the back. Jacob and Kevin into the pits. And they both start on hard tyres. So what do now? They bolt on the mediums and hope for a safety car. And speaking of a potential safety car, we've got one. We've got a virtual safety car. And it's TMK who's beached it. And in fact, he's just managed to keep it going, but he's struggling to spin the thing round now. And he does keep it going, but he's lost his entire front wing. And that is what's caused the VSC there. But ignore those massive margins on the timing screen because they are wrong. Jaden, as you can see, is 4th, and he's not a minute down or anything silly like that. Sim is up in 5th place ahead of Smug. And the VSC continues. It won't go to a full safety. These can end very quickly without telling us. So we'll keep an eye on that. As the leader, Bunny's Vengeance, crawls them round. And now we are racing again. And Bunny's Vengeance got a good jump. And that was vital because DRS is enabled. Jaden getting right up behind Jens there. Sim having a look. Further back in the field, Joker is getting close to the back of Ben. And Ronnie close to the back of Leon. And off again is TMK. He's not even made it round to the pit lane yet. And he is really struggling. Already more drama than Monday. As Jaden goes deep. And Jens might fancy a go here. Around his outside. Bit of a mistake there from Jaden. And look at the train of cars behind him. Both Ferraris and Sim's Alpine. Going to be some passing action down this straight as usual. TMK's made it into the pits. And out again. 3 wide potentially here. Jens forces Sim very wide. They both pass Jaden, do they? Yes, they do. UJ sets the fastest lap of the race. And is sticking to the back of Bunny's Vengeance. But we stay with this scrap at the moment as Smug now gets involved and makes the pass. And TMK's off once again and he's about to be lapped. Bunny's Vengeance is going to be disappointed to see his teammate right in front of him. There he is. And Smug's off. Off is Smug. Smug has dropped to 11th. He was in the battle there with Jaden. Sim and Jens are going side by side. And Sim is up to P3. Leon passing his teammate into P12. That isn't Bunny's Vengeance going slowly. That's in fact TMK being lapped. Just in case there was any confusion, seeing a Mercedes there suddenly amongst the battle for third. Smug making a move on Keith, and up to P10 goes Smug. Recovery time for him after I didn't see what happened, as TMK is in the pits once again, and off is Bunny's Vengeance. Bunny's Vengeance is off. Bunny's Vengeance and UJ, they must have had a coming together, because the front two are suddenly 4th and 7th. A big incident that we unfortunately missed. TMK has pit and quit. But Syme is into the lead from Jens. Jaden's third. Bunny's Vengeance down to 4th. Then it's Ben Lane and Joker. And then UJ, who has now got Ronnie for company. Here goes Ronnie up the inside of UJ. Elbows out for UJ. Good defending. I did apologise. I didn't see what happened between the leaders, but they definitely came to some kind of problem. Now, who's making the moves here? Joker going up the inside, is he? Not quite. Ronnie going up the inside of UJ. Joker does make the move on Ben Lane. Ben's going to try and fight it back here. Ronnie and UJ side by side. They're closely followed now by Swanton. And Jaden sticking with Jens while Syme is away down the road. 2 seconds clear now. Jacob sets the fastest lap of the race, but he's marooned in 15th at the moment. Could Syme be on his way to making it a double this week after his excellent performance, as Smug loses a couple of places to Keith and Leon? It's not going well at the moment for the Ferrari driver. Keith and Leon passing him there. Jaden up into second, as you saw, passing Jens. But Jens is coming back at him. This straight is where the overtakes will take place if they're going to. And Swanton's going up the inside of UJ. And UJ seems to have lost a lot of momentum since the incident with Bunny's Vengeance. But he's going to fight Swanton all the way here. And has the inside line. Swanton keeps fighting, but he's going to have to settle back behind for now. Lovely racing by those two. And deep there went Swanton, and very wide indeed. And a yellow at the back is a red ball, and that's Leon. Leon has gone off and lost a couple of places, including Keith, Smug and Senna. So Leon drops to 13. Difficult, as always, to keep up with all the action that's going on at once. Ben following Joker through the slow section as Jacob up to 14th ahead of Easy Life now. Here comes Ben Lane up the inside of Joker. And Ronnie might fancy a bit as well here. Ronnie pulls to the inside. And Joker got edged out. Ben Lane 5th, Ronnie 6th, and Joker now 7th. Swanton and UJ still going at it. Joker and Ronnie are side by side. They all get round. Smug's in the pits. Swanton passes UJ. And Jaden now catching back up to Syme. Jacob up to 13th as a result of Smug's VSC virtual safety car, and I'm not sure who or what has caused that, but we've got a VSC. Second one of the race. We're on lap 8 of 29. I'm not sure who or what has caused that VSC, but there it is anyway. So let's run you through the order while we're under VSC. Syme leads from Jaden. Jens is in 3rd place. Buddy's Vengeance now 4th. Ben Lane is 5th from Joker in 6th. Ronnie is 7th. Swanton is 8th. UJ is 9th. And P10 is Keith. Then it's the Red Bulls, Senna and Leon. Jacob up to 13th from the back. Then it's Easy Life. Smug is 15th. And Kevin is in 16th. With TMK having a bit of a nightmare and deciding to call it a day a few laps ago, and Ben Lane has picked up a drive-through penalty and has lost a place as well, or two. In fact, he's going to serve it straight away, is he? Is he serving it or is he making a stop? I'm unsure. He is serving it. And Leon has picked up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Leon has pit and quit. Leon is out. He's had enough. There was a front wing change, but Leon has pit and quit. Jacob also picked up a penalty, of which I'm unsure what. Which if I press the right button, I'll find. He also has a drive-through. So it's not looking like a positive last to first challenge for Jacob. UJ and Swanton at it again. UJ up the inside. Kevin's picked up a time penalty. Side by side in front there, Ronnie and Joker. And who's going to get DRS? Neither. Ronnie up to 5th. Joker fighting him. So we've lost Leon and TMK now. Down to 15 on track. Joker's gone for a dive up the inside, and he just got out of that. Kevin passes Easy Life. Jacob is going to have to come in for his drive-through. He hasn't done so yet. Syme leads. Jaden in 2nd. But now is where the different tyres might just make it even more interesting, because Syme's on mediums, Jaden and Jens are on hards, and Bunny is on softs. Into the pits comes Easy Life at the back of the field. Ronnie is having a terrific race. He is up to 5th in the Haas. He's being chased by Joker. Then it's UJ and Swanton. Keith's up to 9th, and Senna is 10th. Ben is in 11th place after serving his drive-through, and Ronnie is passed by Joker. Buddy's Vengeance getting close to Jens now. Swanton into the pits. Joker and Ronnie side by side again. Tremendous battle those two are having. Swanton has gone on soft tyres. Jacob is doing his drive-through. And Smug is back up to 11th. Bunny's Vengeance then, can he get back up into the top 3? Jacob has picked up another penalty for crossing the pit exit this time, as Bunny's Vengeance does get back up to P3. So the soft tyres not dying for the master of the alternative strategy and the king of the tyre management. At the moment, the Bunny making it work. There you can see Jaden has caught Syme and is less than a second down now. So we'll be getting some help from DRS. Ronnie is going to pass Joker again. These two having an almighty scrap. Jacob has dropped back down to 14th after that drive through. And he's now got another penalty to serve. Ronnie and Joker still very close. Ben is closing in on Senna. And Jacob has passed Kevin. So a fascinating race in prospect with the leaders. Great move there by Ben on Senna. Snuck up his inside. And Senna's going to try and fight it back. Joker and Ronnie are fighting away still. And Senna passes Ben once again. Bit of a lock up there though. And Ben will stick close to him. Ronnie going to have another go with DRS down this straight on Joker. What a battle these two are having. And Ronnie gets it done once again. Ben gets the move on Senna once again. Swanton is catching Smug very quickly. The soft tyres going to give him that extra pace he needs, but he'll need a bit of help getting another pit stop in. Can Swanton get past Smug here? He's the only one at the moment from Stacey's prediction who's not in the top 3. And Joker and Ronnie once again. Joker going past Ronnie. So the top 10 then through 12 laps on their tyres. Some have already made some pit stops. And Jens passes Bunny's Vengeance and back up into P3. Maybe the Bunny's tyres could be going off. Indeed, he's into the pits. Bunny's Vengeance, the first to pit as you'd expect off the soft tyre. Now, is he going to go medium or is he going to go hard? It's mediums. Swanton passes Smug as we were watching those two. Ben Lane's into the pits. Where's Bunny going to rejoin? Smug and Swanton are past him, as is Senna. Or are they? Oh, now it comes Bunny's Vengeance in front of Smug. And almost a massive accident. And Bunny's Vengeance does end up behind Senna, Swanton and Smug. But he could have been in front, but there could have been a massive accident there. Swanton passes Smug. And Bunny's Vengeance is right in amongst this scrap now. which is doing his chances of an undercut no favours. Bunny's Vengeance gets the first pass done. That is on. In fact, he's going to get Swanton as well. And Smug, is he going to get 3 in 1? He does! Unbelievable! Bunny's Vengeance passes 3 cars on 1 corner. And back up into P8. Smug, Swanton having their own little scrap. Senna trying to catch and hold on to the coattails. But Bunny's Vengeance just absolutely decimated all 3 of them there. Fantastic driving from the Ulsterman. Swanton having a look round the outside of Smug this time, using them soft tyres. Keith is into the pits. Swanton and Smug wheel to wheel. Keith will rejoin down the field. Also a front wing change there for Keith. So he is going to drop to the rear of the field. Almost the very rear of the field. So Jacob with a 5-second penalty. He's almost up to the points now. UJ passing Ronnie. And splitting that little battle, Kevin picks up a second time penalty. Ronnie and Joker have been separated momentarily. Swanton and Smug at it again. And Swanton gets the move for P8. Jaden has really caught Syme, and maybe the medium tyres have gone off for Syme. Because Jaden is right with him. They're going round for another lap, neither of them pitting this time. Jens is 5 seconds back in third, and he is into the pit lane. Joker goes round for another lap, ahead of UJ and Ronnie. But where is Jens going to rejoin? Bunny's Vengeance is coming round the last corner. He's already gapped Swanton and Smug by 3.5 seconds. Where is Jens? Is he going to be behind or in front of Bunny, Swanton and Smug? He's behind Bunny, but in front of Swanton and Smug. And we've got an Alpha Tauri with some problems. That's Kevin, I think. And he's going into the pits again. Jaden's taking the lead. Into the lead goes Jaden. UJ right behind Joker. Ronnie staying with them. Jacob passes Senna. Kevin's in the pits again. And he's bolting on his hard tyres that he started the race on. And a spin for UJ. Contact with Joker or Ronnie or somebody. I'm not sure which one. But UJ had a bit of a wobble. Managed to get past. He's in third, but Ronnie is fourth and Joker is fifth now. But there was a little bit of contact between the drivers there. In a section you wouldn't really expect. And now Joker's trying to get the inside of Ronnie. UJ's getting out of there. He's pitting. And Joker and Ronnie can continue hostilities. So UJ will come back out behind Bunny and Jens. Smug's into the pits. Swanton is ahead of them in 7th. UJ leaving the pits now will be passed by Senna and his teammate Ben Lane potentially. Where's UJ? Still coming out of the pits. So he will be behind his teammate there. Smug and Jacob in the pits. Going to come out in 12th and 13th place. In fact, maybe not, because Easy Life is coming around the first corner. But Jacob clear of Easy Life. So just the front 4 left to box now. 2 on mediums, 2 on hards. Syme managing to stay with Jaden, and into the pits comes Syme. Into the pits comes Syme. Are Ronnie and Joker going to also? Syme goes to softs for the end. Of course, Ronnie and Joker both pit at the same time. They cannot leave each other alone, these two. Bunny's Vengeance is up back to third. In fact, second. But where is Syme? Syme's coming out of the pits. And he's going to be between Bunny's Vengeance and Jens. Unreal. And Jens is going to try and make a move straight away. Up his inside. And Syme ends up coming out in fourth after it shakes out. Swanton now fifth. Joker in sixth from Ronnie in seventh. But he's got Ben Lane for company now. Swanton will surely have to pit again. Syme, Jens and Buddy are all going side by side. 3 wide. And this time Buddy loses a couple of places on that same corner that he gained 3 on earlier on. So Jens is back to second. Syme now third. And Buddy's Vengeance is fourth. A good battle forming behind Joker, with Ronnie, who's never been far away from Joker all race, but both Alpha Romeos, Ben Lane and UJ also, as Syme gets back past Jens. Jaden's still not pit. He's round for another lap. Syme, Jens and Bunny want to get after him. Ben overtakes Swanton into the pits. UJ and then Monk, there was a bit of contact I think there, because Ben lost out. UJ set the fastest lap of the race and got past Ronnie and Ben. Swanton is dropping down the field in the pit lane and getting a new front wing. Senna still yet to pit. Jacob sets the fastest lap of the race, and he's going to come out in front of Swanton, is he? Yes, he is. Swanton comes back out behind Jacob and Smug, but on soft tyres to the end of the race. Syme has taken 3 seconds off of Jaden's lead. It's surely time for Jaden to pit, but he's not. He's staying out. But Syme has ripped 3 seconds off his time in that lap alone. He's still got Jens and Buddy right behind him. But Syme on the soft tyres around here, looking like he could go for a double. As predicted by Miller Vanilla in the chat, that Syme was going medium to soft. And Senna finally pits. And that will put Jacob up into the points. Also Smug and Swanton will go through. So Senna rejoins in 13th or 14th. Let's see if Easy Life can get past him. Indeed he does. So Easy Life ahead of Senna. Ben catching back up to Ronnie. Ronnie's been scrapping with the big boys today. He is up in P7 still. Into the pits comes Jaden. Surely these 3 will pass him, and it's a question of whether Joker will as well. Into the lead goes Syme. Jens and Bunnies go through. Jaden exiting the pits. And he's going to be clear of Joker as UJ picks up a time penalty. Jaden well clear of Joker there, but now how much catching up can he do on fresh softs? He's got 3.5 seconds to find to Bunny's Vengeance for a podium place. But then, of course, if you can get and pass him, then you'll be looking towards the two in front as well. Easy Life picks up a penalty as he pits. He is now running last of the 15 remaining. Jacob has served all his penalties now and is in the top 10. But we'll hope to climb a bit more towards his title rivals. At the moment, Bunny's Vengeance is the one of the title contenders who's doing the best. Jaden has closed that gap by a second though. We could be on for a grandstand finish here. We're on lap 22 of 29. And with different tyres and different tyre ages, who knows what could happen. But Jaden is closing the gap to the top 3. Syme increasing his gap to second, but only slowly. Bunny's Vengeance is going to have some defending to do shortly. And defending here is very difficult, as you've seen, by the number of overtakes. Certainly earlier on, Bunny's Vengeance and his 3 for the price of 1 was 1 for the ages. Certainly 1 for the highlight board, but look at Jaden, he's already within DRS range. And as you can see, Syme and Jens are not too far further away. Jaden having a look down the inside of Bunny's Vengeance, and up into 3rd place goes the Williams. And a spin for Bunny's Vengeance! Bunny's Vengeance is in the wall! Jacobs picked up a penalty. We just saw Bunny's Vengeance there lose it on the last corner, and he's in the wall. Luckily he's managed to recover it to the pit lane. And will go on soft tyres to the end, but he's lost several places out of it. He will come out just in front of Jacob and Keith, I believe. In fact, they're going to get him. Jacob gets past Bunny's Vengeance. No, he doesn't. Bunny comes out just ahead of Jacob. Jaden, however, he's past Bunny and now he's after Jens. We were just watching Jaden pass Bunny's Vengeance, and Bunny lost it there and into the wall. Fortunate to recover it straight into the pit lane. So Jens tries to defend the inside, but the straight line speed with DRS is too much, and Jaden will just drive straight by and into P2, and now he will try to hunt down the 2-second gap of Syme. His tyres are 4 laps younger. Or 3 laps younger, I do apologise. But can he do it? Lap 24 of 29 here in Miami. Jens has been very good at sticking around and staying with somebody after he's been passed. So let's see if he can become a factor still in this race for the lead. Jaden already half a second closer to Syme than at the start of the lap. And he is pulling in the Alpine at a rate. And Jens is out! Out is Jens, and it's a safety car! Jens has binned it!
I've got the Samsung 990 Pro Series. Shall we get started then? The speed exceeds all expectations. Reading speeds are 40% quicker than before, and writing speeds are 55% faster. Through the in-house controller, the per-watt performance has improved up to 50%. The 990 Pro's nickel coating controller for its smart thermal solution technology controls you. Playing computer games? Obviously the best.
Andrew just got 40% off an IPL hair removal device at Amazon. Now he's sharing his silky smooth dad bod with his friends at the Cold Water Plunge. Share the joy this Amazon Black Friday week with up to 40% off.
Time to up your game. At Currys, we've upped ours with the arrival of the 13th Gen Intel Core processors for high FPS gaming and running multiple apps, like in this MSI Katana 15.6-inch gaming laptop and this Ace.
Introducing Gillette Labs with Razor. Experience effortless shaving and exfoliation in one stroke. Because when it's time to get your game face on, if you feel sharp, you play sharp. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Do you hear that?
If you come with me, you'll know everything.
Game mode from EE boosts your broadband to turbocharge your gaming. This is new EE.
I think we'll have another lap of safety car after this one to let people catch the field. So that will take us through lap 26. And then it's a 3-lap sprint race by the looks of it. Lap 27, 28 and 29 to decide what happens here. Buddy's Vengeance is right back in the hunt now. UJ as well, but on medium tyres and with a penalty. Could it be for Joker, Ronnie, Ben Lane, or even Jacob to get up there? And Swanson's picked up a penalty while we're under the safety car. And he's hit Keith. Swanson has hit Keith and has picked up 2 penalties for the price of 1, which is going to really damage his chances of points. So just Senna, Kevin and Easy Life to catch the field. I think they will have to just miss out if they don't make it by the end of Sector 2 here, because I'm sure the safety car will be wanting to give us 3 racing laps and not just 2. But of course, you can never predict what will happen. Senna makes it to the back of the field now. Kevin's still got a bit to do to catch up. And Easy Life is trailing way back. After they come through this slow bit at the end of Sector 2, I'm expecting to see the safety car in at the end of the lap. But we shall see. Kevin catches the back of the field. Just Easy Life to go. No signal yet. Still no signal as they're into sector 3. And it might be a 2-lap sprint race, folks. Surely too late for it to begin now. So lap 27 will be under the safety car as well. Easy Life will eventually catch the field at the beginning of this lap. And into the pits come Swanton and Kevin. That might delay it even further. Easy Life's going to take those two and go up to 12th. Swanton's got no soft tyres left that are new. So a 2-lap sprint race it'll be if the safety car decides to go in this lap, which Kevin and Swanton should be able to catch the field. Swanton had that 5 seconds to serve as well, which I think he did. That's part of the reason he was pitting. So Swanton will catch the field in time. So surely now the safety car will be in this lap and we'll have a 2-lap sprint race to decide this Miami Grand Prix. So the order as we go to this 2-lap sprint race, Syme and Jaden both on new soft tyres. Syme in first, Jaden in second. UJ is third, but on old mediums. Bunny's Vengeance, his tyres are 2 laps older. He is on softs. Joker's on new softs. Safety car is in this lap. Smug is in 6th on older mediums. Then Ronnie, Ben Lane, Jacob, Keith and Senna are all on new softs. Easy Life's on old mediums. Kevin is on fresh softs. And Swanton is on some older softs. Syme then will back the field up down this straight, as you can see. It's all go, all to be decided in this final 2 laps of the race. Syme sets off. Jaden was caught on the hop a little bit. UJ and Bunny's right there in behind. Bunny's Vengeance making the move on UJ, and up into 3rd place goes Bunny's Vengeance. Jacob passes Ben Lane. And it's P8 now for Jacob, but he does have a penalty that he's got to get rid of. And a wobble there, which might lead Ben back in. But Jacob manages to survive the wobble and edges Smug out, and he's up to 7th. Ben is up to 8th ahead of Smug, who drops to 9th. Jaden's taking the lead. Into the lead goes Jaden. Bunny's Vengeance might go for another 2 for 1 here. Bunny's Vengeance up the inside of Syme. Syme's going to get his elbows out. A little bit of a nudge. Syme defends. Jaden will be delighted to see that as it's grabbed him a 2nd gap. It's Jaden from Syme, from Bunny, then UJ. No DRS, remember, in this sprint finale. Jacob's up to 7th and is now after his teammate Ronnie. Are there any team orders at Haas? Let's see. Kevin is up to 10th ahead of Smug, who's looking for it back. No team orders at Haas. They're going wheel to wheel. UJ and Joker side by side. Jaden sets the fastest lap of the race and looks to have it in the bag. Joker from UJ. Ronnie stays in front of Jacob. Certainly no team orders at Haas. Look at them both. both chasing down UJ. Up the inside goes Jacob on Ronnie. And Jacob's up to 6th, but the penalty is going to cost him. He's now looking for a move on UJ. Trying to go round the outside. Bunny's Vengeance up to P2 as Jacob takes UJ. Bunny's Vengeance, has he got the move? Or is Syme going to defend once again? Syme defends. No DRS down this straight, remember. Jacob is now up to 4th and 5th and going for 4th on Joker. Bunny trying to get a move into the last corner on Syme. They almost touch. Drag race. Bunny's Vengeance tries to edge him out. Syme goes round the outside. They're going to race to the line. DRS enabled too late. Jaden wins. Syme second just. Joker finishes in 4th. Bunny's Vengeance 3rd. Joker 4th. Ronnie up to 5th. Just from Ben Lane in 6th. Jacob drops to 7th with his penalty. And I didn't catch the rest of it because it was too frantic. But we will run through the final order eventually. Jaden is your winner. Jacob, the game's driver of the day, for his battle through the field, which was dented in the end by a penalty. Jaden, your winner. Syme and Bunny's Vengeance to the line. Wow. What a finish that was. A 2-lap sprint race. And Jaden takes the win. Not unfamiliar to see a Dutch flag on the top of the podium this year. Jaden, your winner. Syme in P2 and Bunny's Vengeance in 3rd. Jaden also with the fastest lap of the race, so maximum points for him. Syme in the Alpine was 2nd. Bunny's Vengeance finished 3rd. Joker was 4th from 11th on the grid. And Ronnie 5th from 12th on the grid. So, and those two really didn't leave each other alone all evening. Ben Lane finished 6th for Alfa Romeo from Jacob from the back. Finished 7th because of that penalty. Would have got P4. Keith in the Aston Martin, we didn't mention him very much. He finished 8th, a good drive for him. UJ dropped to 9th in the end, and Smug rounds off the top 10 in 10th. Then it was Senna in 11th, Swanton in 12th. Kevin was 13th, Easy Life 14th. Your DNS were Jens, Leon and TMK. So a win for Jaden. Which was one of my 2 predictions. Jaden and UJ, 1st and 9th. And Stacey's predictions, Syme, Bunny and Swanton. You got 2nd, 3rd and 11th or 12th. So, almost but not quite in the prediction stakes for us both there. Fantastic race. Thanks to Miller Vanilla and Bazza for having a little chat there on the DRL stream. Thanks to Legs and Stacey for coming in on my stream as well. We will be back on Monday. I can't remember which race it is because I don't do my research very well. But we will be back on Monday anyway. It might be Singapore or I might be making that up. But we're back on Monday anyway. 8 PM for DRS once again. This has been the Dynamic Racing League and I have been Blobby Butler. Until next time, Monday at 8 PM. I will see you then. And don't forget Blobby Monday as we go to Japan, Monday at 10. Good night.